Is the mayor of the city of Jackson, Daniel Mahoney. Hi, Daniel.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Good. Well, I know you probably don't want to leak out too much, but next week is the state of the city.
Correct.
Do you have a theme? Is there anything in particular you're going to talk about?
You know, for me, when writing and preparing for any public speaking engagement that I have, it's difficult because most people probably sit down and over a length of time work on what they plan to say. I have to wait until the moment reaches me. Sometimes it is literally the night before.
Did you do your homework at the last minute when you were in school?
Let's not talk about that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I like to be well prepared. So I'm gathering some data right now from our city staff on projects, on different things that we've accomplished. A lot of the state of the city is to reflect on what we've been able to accomplish over the last year and a good portion of where do we go from now. So, that's always the theme is where have we been, where are we at now, where do we plan to go? And I've got a very good idea of the things that I want to talk about, but it always takes me some time to be able to formulate exactly how to talk about those things.
Your plans of where we might go as a city might change based on an announcement you made last week. And I think you surprised some with the announcement that you would be seeking the 46th District State House seat representing the city of Jackson and some surrounding areas.
That's correct. And the one thing that made me comfortable about making that step is I don't think where we're going is going to change. I think we have an extremely strong city council right now. And I think that we all have the same desire for forward progress for the city of Jackson and continuing the great work that we've been able to accomplish. And that makes me feel so much more confident in making this step that I'm not leaving work undone that won't be able to get finished in my absence. In fact, I think it actually strengthens the work that we're going to do in the future to have someone who's so deeply entrenched in work that we've been able to do at the city, has experience and understanding of what's being done, what needs to be done at the county level, and just understanding citizens from the perspective of being one and having been one for my entire life in the city of Jackson and wanting to see forward progress for this entire 46th district.
I think the surprise is that it's just 3 months after you were reelected to your second term as mayor.
Yeah.
So as candidate for re-election, you want to be mayor, I want to continue, I've got big plans, I'm going to be here, but then 3 months in, so what changed? Were you thinking about this?
So nothing's changed, right? But I've said from day one that I'm not following a path that I'm setting myself, right? That I feel like the work that I do is a part of who I am as a person. I'm a follower of God, and I have to follow what I feel like God is telling me to do. And that sometimes isn't exactly what I think that I will be doing, right? If I was doing exactly what I thought I was going to be doing, then we would be sitting here talking about a rap album and not talking about me running for state rep. So I think things change, but the positive thing is this is an opportunity where I can run for the seat, that I'm not giving up being mayor, jeopardizing who would be sitting in the seat. We've got 6 trusted individuals who the city of Jackson has supported. We've got a vice mayor who has been supported by the city of Jackson, by the second ward several times over, who I think most people in the community like. They either like him or like his butter, right? That would be taken over if I do vacate the seat through winning. And it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change my desire and my wishes and my hopes and my vision for the future of Jackson. It actually expands it. It gives us an opportunity to have a stronger voice, a more connected voice at the seat in Lansing, to be able to bring resources back for the Jackson community, for the Michigan Center community, for Grass Lake community, and for the Chelsea community. And with the proper support of the citizens, we'll get there. Right, we'll get there and they'll be able to see firsthand from someone who's been able to deliver results in a short amount of time, because even as a state rep, you still only have the same amount of time to get things done for the district that you represent.
But you're right, it is a low-risk proposition because should you lose, you'd still be mayor for another year.
That's correct.
Let's talk about some of the things going on right now. The 100 homes, we've got over 450 people that want to own one of those 100 homes.
Yeah.
Are we going to roll out some more homes?
So what my hope is this program will be looked at as a model for something that really the entire state could stand behind. I think a lot of people want to own a home. Nothing better than owning a brand new home. You're not walking into somebody else's problems that's been there 30, 40, 50 years, 60, 70, 80 years. My house was built in early 1900s. So I'm dealing with a lot of other people's problems. But I love my old home, right? But I think what we're doing is infilling and backfilling some of those homes that were torn down in the community, providing an opportunity for a new generation of people in the city of Jackson to experience home ownership. Will we expand past 100 homes? I can't speak for that because I think we need to get the ball rolling on getting the people into the 100 homes that we have available now. And I know we've gone through quite a few of those, and we've got a great pipeline of individuals who are looking forward to getting the opportunity to be a part of this program.
And the homes are beautiful. They're designed to fit into the neighborhood in which they're being built. And well, here's one that's all done. It's ready to go. And I think 17 people are pre-approved home buyers, so the first 17 will be moving in probably this year.
Yes. In fact, some have already started to move in.
Oh, wow.
Some have already started to move in. And, you know, I got to give a huge shout out to our community development department, to Corey Mays and Shane Laporte, who, you know, instilled such confidence in the staff around them, and assured City Council that this is a project that they can take on and manage. And they've streamlined that process, that application process, so well that they can literally go from someone walking in to fill an application out to having them approve and picking out the lot that they want to build their home on in a matter of a few hours. You know, so I think it is a phenomenal program and a phenomenal opportunity, and I just really want to thank the staff who are behind propping this particular opportunity up for us.
All right. Well, we've also got a rehab program and other new opportunities for people that want to have a home.
That's right.
For the homeless, though, we've got your eyes set on the T.A. Wilson School building. You called a special meeting earlier this month to hear proposals. There are 3 groups, but really more than 3 because several have combined to deliver a pitch that want to run this as some sort of a homeless resource or homeless center. You heard 3 proposals. What's the next step?
So first step was to put the RFP out there and see who responded. Like you said, we got 3 applicants. One applicant, the day that we hosted the special meeting, actually said while they are still interested in being involved, they don't think that they are at the point where they would be able to manage and run it independently, but they still want to be involved. So essentially we have 2 that it's been narrowed down to that we are now evaluating. So the entire premise behind the special meeting was to give an opportunity for the individuals who responded to the RFP to bring their idea to life for us, right?
Which group stepped back?
Second Chance for All?
The TJ
Correct.
person,
Correct.
I'm sorry, I forgot her last name, who's been running it right now.
So TJ is a part of the groups who are running it.
Okay.
Residents in Action is running the actual center itself, the temporary shelter, and then TJ, I think, manages the pallets right now.
Gotcha.
So they kind of partnered in response to the RFP that we put out to run the actual homeless shelter. Residents in Action is doing the lion's share of the work, and then TJ is supporting the pallet shelters on the outside. So I think that we've narrowed it down to 2 at this point. And, you know, both groups presented some really, really strong proposals. There were several questions asked of both groups during the special meeting that we hosted, and I know we have a tough decision to make coming up, but we do have to make a decision. I mean, ultimately, we purchased the building with the intentions to find a partner in the community who could take that project on so that we could sell the building. We never intended to keep this building long term. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the outcome is going to be.
All right, and you can see all the proposals on the city's website. And lastly, the city got a $3 million grant to demolish that old factory that burned down on North Street last summer. My question would be, $3 million, that's great, but shouldn't the insurance company or whoever owned this property pay for it?
Yeah, I don't have a comment on that, Bart.
Okay.
I think that it is a phenomenal opportunity for us to see that dilapidated structure that's left there, and one of the most visible parts of our community. I mean, the fair itself, the 1 week fair over a series of 7 days, sees upwards of 180,000 people at it. Mm-hmm. And it's literally right across the street from where people park to go to the fair. So I'm excited for the community that it will be able to be torn down, leveled, and the potential and possibility of what could be rebuilt there at some point in the future.
All right. Well, there'll be a lot more to hear from the mayor next week on the state of the city, and that'll be streamed and also on JTV 21. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
It's good to see you. Thank you for having me.
Are you Irish?
I am.
Mahoney.
Mahoney is an Irish name.
Yeah.
Every year I get 4 or 5 red hairs that sprout in my beard.
Okay. All right.
I'm very Irish.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day for sure.
The mayor, Daniel Mahoney.